Hello, and welcome to this RSCAD FX tutorial video, providing further information on the RSCAD FX component library. The library is a utility tab in RSCAD FX, which by default shows on the left side of the screen. The library has two panes, the left pane with the menu and the right pane showing components, and the library has its own toolbar. The left pane is used for organizing the component library. It has three buttons, one for the master library, another for the user library, and a third for search results. Let's focus on the master library, which is not editable by the user. To browse the master library, you can click the buttons to expand the menu and locate different components by navigating through the tree. You can also use the keyboard arrow keys to browse the tree. The back arrow in the library toolbar also allows you to go to the previous library screen you were viewing, and the forward arrow takes you forward. The upward arrow brings you up one level in the library navigation tree. The refresh button refreshes the component definition files in the master library. The navigation tree can be hidden and unhidden using this arrow button. The right-hand side shows folders and components, which are all displayed through convenient tiles. The tiles are all the same size and show a simplified representation of the component. Notice that as I hover my mouse over different tiles, a preview of the actual component drawing is shown. The help document and a preview of the component parameters are both available in the right-click menu of Library Component tiles. The library can be expanded or condensed by grabbing the side of the library panel and dragging it in either direction. The library has filtering capabilities that can be toggled on and off via this library toolbar button. Clicking the arrow beside the button allows the user to choose which simulation environment and phasing they would like to be shown in the library. Selecting all or none can be done using this checkbox. Note that when creating a draft circuit in distribution mode, the filter will be forced on, and only components that are available in the distribution environment are shown in the library. When you navigate to a case that is not in distribution mode, the filter reverts to its previous settings. For additional help quickly identifying different types of library components, the component tile drawings have been color-coded using the legend shown here. To move a component from the library into the draft case, simply drag and drop. Click on the component, hold your mouse button down, move it onto the draft canvas, and release the mouse button. If you want to cancel the click and drag, hit the Escape key on your keyboard while dragging the component. Let's focus on the user library, which is editable and allows the user to keep frequently used or parameterized components from the master library handy, and also to organize and access custom components created in Component Builder. If I want to create a folder for organizing multiple user library pages, I can right-click on the user library to create a new folder. Then, I can right-click the folder name to rename it. Similarly, I can right-click to create a library, either freestanding or within a folder. Alternatively, I can import a library via an RSCAD.lbx library file by clicking Import Library. The right-click menu will reveal other operations, such as copying, pasting, or deleting a user library. To add a component to the user library, first click the lock icon in the library toolbar to unlock the user library, bringing it into editing mode. Once unlocked, components can be dragged from the draft canvas into the user library. Alternatively, right-click the white space inside the library, click Add Component, and browse the user or master library folders on your PC to choose components. Once in the user library, clicking the component name allows the user to enter a custom name, pressing the Enter key to commit. The user can also change the parameters of a user library component in order to save a configured model. Components in the unlocked user library can be rearranged by clicking and dragging. Once finished editing the user library, the Save button in the library toolbar or the keyboard shortcut Ctrl and S will commit changes. While the user library is unlocked and in editing mode, dragging a component out of the library will remove it from the library selection. Once the user library has been locked again by clicking the lock icon, dragging a component out of the library will allow it to be placed on the canvas, but also remain in the library for future use. Let's focus on the search results. Once the user has used the search functionality by typing in the toolbar's search bar and hitting Enter on the keyboard, the Search Results Library tab becomes enabled and populated. By clicking the search icon in the toolbar, the user can change the scope of the search, including component file names, model names, or keywords, and the target library for the search, the master and/or user library. Regular expressions are supported as a search option. Up to 5 search results are saved in the Search Results library. Hovering over the past search terms shows the target library and the search scope. When the RSCAD FX session is closed, the search results will be lost. To save search results, the user can right-click on the term, click Copy, and then paste it into the user library. The Quick Access toolbar, shown on the right side of the draft canvas, is an extension of the library. The toolbar can be toggled on and off using the Q icon in the Case toolbar. The Q icon has a global effect, turning the Quick Access toolbar on or off for all open cases. The user can hover over each component in the Quick Access toolbar for a description. Clicking once on a component sticks the component to the cursor and allows it to be dropped into the case with or without dragging. Double-clicking on a component allows for many instances of the component to be placed in the case one after the other, with the component remaining stuck to the cursor. To turn this effect off, click the component again in the toolbar, select a different component, or hit Escape on your keyboard. At any time, hitting Escape removes a stuck component from the cursor. Components can be added or removed from the Quick Access toolbar by clicking View in the top drop-down menu, then Toolbar Configuration, then Quick Access. There is a limited subset of components available. This concludes the component library video. The next videos are on wire mode, auto naming, and Scratchpad. The final video shows a walkthrough of building a very simple case in RSCAD FX. Thanks for watching, and happy simulating!